Good morning. This is Therese, and it's another episode of Transform with Therese. And oh my gosh, today I get to be with the amazing Leslie. So this is really cool because Leslie, we've been together for a few years, right? Leslie was in my mastermind groups years ago, and where she has taken her business is just wow. Wow, off the charts. And so it's really like with so much joy that I get to bring people in, women that I know and have worked with, and I get to just kind of introduce you to some cool people, and I also get to show you what's possible because, as I say, I want you to know there's hope. I want you to know that there's things that you bump into, and Leslie's got a great story. You're going to love this episode because she had a great success, and all the little gremlins are like eating the hell out of her, right? And I don't love that, but I love to demonstrate it because usually what happens is when you encounter this, people don't know how to manage it. And so it really slows down progress, right? And it's difficult. So Leslie, thank you so much for being here. I'm just delighted to be working with you.
Yay, thanks for doing this. So happy to be here with you too.
Yeah, thank you. And Leslie was probably, you and Rebecca were you were the ones that started calling me Mama T.
Mama T.
Mama T.
Mama T. That was such a beautiful time we had together. Just thinking about it the other day, like,
yeah,
gosh, the amount of love that you bring to business is just.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. So tell us, well, first, tell us who you are, what you do. And if you want to just tell a little tiny bit of your journey, because it's so freaking cool. Like you really, I love where you are today. So just take it for a couple minutes.
My name is Leslie Thornton. I'm trained as a registered nurse, and I left nursing about 6 years ago now to become a coach. And so I'm a career clarity coach and a business coach for heart-centered business owners. And I'm also a digital nomad. I've traveled to 10 different countries on my own and working and traveling along the way in the last 19 months. And that was my dream, was to be able to work and travel the world at the same time. And it took me 6 years to really get myself, my inner growth, my business skills to the place where I'm now actually able to live the life of my dreams. And the thing that I love to do the most is support other people, and also knowing that anything is possible and that they can live the life of their dreams as well.
So this is one of those like proud mama moments, because when I first started working with Leslie, you hadn't even, like, we got you to do your very first retreat, right? And it was a big, big, big deal in New York or something. And tell them where you are and where your next retreat is going to be.
Yeah, so currently I'm in India, and my next retreat is in Thailand, in the southern island of Thailand, and we're going to be going to the world famous full moon party and just transforming people's lives and their businesses from a really beautiful, extravagant space.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. I'm so freaking proud of you. Like this is why I do the work. Like when you get to see the trajectory, because when Leslie, she's a badass today. She was not always. Well, I knew she was, but she hadn't out-pictured it yet, right? And so today, this is a really cool thing. I love when my baby birds circle back. You know what I mean? And we get a little fix here. So Leslie, when we talked, so the process is people contact me and they say, "Hey, I'd like to do one of these sessions." And so we have a little like intro call, and it's like, "What do you want to work on?" So Leslie, tell them what you wanted to work on, and then what happened since, right?
Yeah, so what I wanted to work on last week when we spoke was selling my $10,000 program of 6 months of one-on-one coaching and my Thailand retreat. Mm-hmm. And probably 2 or 3 days later, I did sell that. I actually sold a $12,500 program. They wanted 9 months of coaching instead of the 6. And I've had 4 or 5 different clarity calls with people since then. And in my self-critical opinion, they've all sucked. And I've just missed the bit. Oh, that was the opportunity to really support them in the space that they really could use and I, got nervous, and then all the judgments and all of the things popping up. And then I just have this experience of, well, I'm a failure and that's it. I'm never going to get this.
So the people didn't suck. What I'm hearing is that the way you were with the people meaning your performance on the calls, just to clarify that, right?
Oh yeah, no, it was I suck at this. I suck. Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody ever felt that? You know, that's kind of like that upper limit thing, right? So Leslie like blew through her upper limit. And then here's what happens next. One thing that I always tell my people is that your brain is not your friend. And our brains are designed basically to let us know all that could potentially go wrong. And if you look at cave days, things were jumping out at you all the time. It was really unsafe. So our biology is such that it's going to constantly go, well, that could happen. That could, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's not going to work. So we're used to like scanning the environment, yet we sadly believe that. And so Leslie's savvy enough. She knows how to work it, or she understands it. But what happens if it happens to you? Do you just go, all right, I suck, I should go sell shoes, right? So the thing is, what happened for Leslie is she had a massive success, and then there's the fallout. And then there's the like, oh, hail to the no, right? So we would say that you have like a set point of I can only tolerate this much. And it, actually what I would say, ooh, I'm just getting this. Hold on one second. Hold on. Yep. So there's some part of you that's punishing you for the success. Does that feel resonant?
Yeah. Yeah. And even right after I did a little bit of my own inner work and heard my mom's voice saying like, who would ever pay for that? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There, but, and so it was like relieving in that moment, but it just keeps coming back, and it still feels like that energy is still cloudy.
Good thing we're talking to Mama T, baby. Get it. We'll fix it.
Let's get it out there.
Let's get it. Okay. So I use my pendulum. Y'all have seen this. This is to tune into the energy. This is a going forward is a yes, going sideways is a no. I'm super intuitive, and so I usually hear the answers, but I confirm it, right? So what you heard from Leslie, we talked earlier before we started, and she tell them like what you said about how it feels like the thing in your heart, because that's really significant.
Yeah, it feels like a big pencil is being pushed into my heart with like a big eraser, and it's just like it's just this eraser that's just like pulling down on my heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, there's many paths to go here, right? Gosh, we could pick the physical, the eraser, we could pick the mom, we could pick the set point. So instead of chasing, here's what I do. I just go to the body. Yes, there we go. So that's already new, right? Okay, so what I want you to do, see, I love to work with the body because there's so much wisdom, energy, emotion stored in the body. And so we're going to go right there. So Leslie, I'm going to have you just like literally tune in to that pencil thing that is just like, so feel it as deeply as you can. And I know it might be uncomfortable. And I want you to imagine if it had a voice, if it had words, if it had a message for you, what would it be saying?
Saying, get away from me.
Get away from me. And say, who are you?
Who are you? I'm your mom.
Yeah.
I don't know if that resonates though.
Okay, hold on. Your mom. No, it's not mom. Okay. Hold on one second. Oh, wait, go back. It's something mom's carrying. It's like mom's ancestor. So it might not be mom, but it's perhaps energy of whatever mom is. You know, mom's the face of it currently, but it's like old thought form. And it's affecting you 100%. Like it's, you got a 100% block here.
It feels ancestral.
Right, right. Okay. So ask it what it's worried about. If you should be able to do this version that you want, sell the $10,000 packages, have all the success, what's at risk? What's the fear?
What are you afraid of? Saying they're gonna win.
Yeah, who's they?
Who's like the angels or the devil or something like that.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm just going to ask because there's some dark spiritual energy here right now. It is dark. So we're just going to take a minute and ground. So connect yourself with the earth. That's dark energy. So I want you to also bring in Archangel Michael. affirming that you are safe and we are guided and guarded and all is well. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I want you to command that any dark energy leave now and have Archangel Michael just take it out.
Okay.
Okay. Now when you feel into this, what do you feel?
Feels a little bit lighter.
Okay.
Still a little like scary.
Okay. All right. So where do I go? Hold on one second. Let me tune in. All right. We can negotiate with it. So first of all, I want you to flip your vantage point on it and tell it, thank you for trying to protect you. Thank you, all the ancestors. Thank you for all the messages. Thank you for, you're on their shoulders. You come on their shoulders, basically. And whatever they're afraid of here, thank them. So like just literally send it love. Now that we took the kind of heavy, dark part out of it, see if it's open to love and appreciation.
Yeah, it does. Yep. Thank you for being.
Okay. And so as you do that, ask them now, what are you afraid of? If I go on this path, what's the harm that could happen, or who would be left? Like just kind of tune into that place.
Sure. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid that we're going to lose.
Who's we, and what will we lose?
We. You and me. What will we lose? It's like the game.
Yeah.
Lose the game of life.
Wow. Yeah.
You just lose the game.
You're going to lose the game. Okay. And what would be the bad thing about you losing the game?
Yeah, because then I'm gonna fail and I'm gonna have to like, and I don't know what I would do.
Okay. So if you keep going, then it would be confirmed that you literally could fail or are a failure. And if you were a failure, or if you did fail, then then what?
Like it's like fear of the unknown. Like that, I really don't know what I would do.
And then what? So if you're in the unknown, then what's the risk?
I'm gonna lose control.
And if you lose control, then what's possible?
That I'm going to drink and eat and drug myself to oblivion and kill myself and die.
Right. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of it. See, so one technique is to run it, and then what, and then what, and then what. So this part actually, Leslie, is thinking it's saving your life. It's not just, oh, don't get so big for your britches. Oh, who are you to have all this success? It's literally A equals B. This success equals you're going to be on this trajectory that could cause your death.
Yeah.
Whew. So no wonder it's so gripping, and it's so like, oh, hell no, 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 no. So first of all, thank it. Like, wow, it is really doing it a great job. And secondly, is that true? Like, what if you don't get another $10,000 client? Like the you badass, you nomad that you are today, I need you to show it. Like, it's because, well, let me ask. I'll just ask you. I was going to ask this, but I'll ask you. What age does it think you are? Like when it's prime time to, like, what age is it seeing you as?
12.
Right. And what was going on when you were 12?
12 was exactly when I chose not to play basketball because I wanted to hang out with my friend who did it. And I ended up gaining weight and feeling like for the first time just really down on myself. And I like, yeah, I felt depressed.
Right. So that was when you fell off the cliff, basically, right? Up to 12, it sounds like you were in the track you were supposed to be, quote, supposed to be on. But at 12, it was evidence. See, this girl's out of control. This girl, oh shit. And then there's the
Yeah,
drinking or the drugging.
made a bad decision,
Right.
and now, yeah,
Yeah.
she's out of control, or she messed up, or yeah.
Right. So you're a couple decades past 12, right? And so I want you to show that part that thinks it's dealing with a 12-year-old, like, dude, look, I'm in fucking India. I got this. I know how to handle my life, right? So just show it. So again, if it thinks that, now, just for you watching this is so imperative because nobody's 12 anymore. Nobody's 2 anymore. Nobody's an out of control teenager. But these parts literally, we don't understand. They have not aged with us, right? So they're making decisions based on, oh my God, A equals B. You're going to make a bad decision. And so we just got to go, here's the rest of the movie. Perhaps you haven't seen it, but let me show you the last 2 decades. So just let it run that one for you.
Yeah.
Got it?
Like, I'm 30 now.
Nice. All right.
We've been through a lot.
Right.
Got a lot of lessons. We got lots of tools. It's not the same way that it was before.
So what I'm doing with Leslie is like I'm just negotiating with this part, right? Because this part like literally had, it's like gas brake. So Leslie like hit the gas. She had a great sail. On this one was like, hit the brake, hit the brake, hit the brake, hit the brake. And it manifested as really negative self-talk. You suck, you're a failure, blah, 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 blah. And then it also had a presence in the body. So those are the 2 entry points for it. So what I want you to do is now ask this part, okay, cool. Number one, do you want to still play with me? Like, because I can bring you on the team. Like, I'll let you be a consultant. You can have a little job. You can't have this one. You can't like throw the brakes on all the time. So number one, ask if you're willing to play. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what for you, Leslie, would be something that either you could use support on? So sometimes that's boundaries. Sometimes that's reminders. Sometimes it's like going out as a sentry and going, you should look out for that. Like, you know what I mean? What would it love to do that would really support you?
So what came to me was like really taking a stand for myself of being like, yeah, you need to get out of here. Like, it's not going to work. Because usually what I do is I just like let everything that has power, win.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like me to step forward, boundaries, and just be like, no, get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm.
Good. So it could remind you, like, hey, chick, come on, time, right? Like, it's like a big bodyguard, right? It's like, come on, dragging you out. Is that good? Would it like to play that way?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, your face looks different here. I like it. Okay, that's complete. All right, tune into the space here and tell me how it's changed.
It's definitely more at peace. The visualization of the bodyguard, but like he's big and he's like gruff and tough and authoritative or whatever, but like I have all of the like feminine power.
Yeah. So you control him. He works for you basically, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Look at your face. I love it. I love it. Okay. So now when you think of, like, go back over those selling calls that you thought you sucked in and apply compassion for yourself. Like so literally see how you just mind fucked yourself horribly afterward and just go, oh, honey, you know what I mean? Just run some compassion through. There we go.
The part like that gets in the way, I feel like, is I just get so sad for the people who I could have helped.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, wow, really could have transformed their life and made a difference for them. And my shit had to get in the way. And it really bugs me.
And is that true? in that we all have soul agreements. And while you say my shit got in the way, it's like there's a difference between, you know, I'm responsible to and I'm responsible for. And perhaps it wasn't their time, because how perfect that they happen to be with you on the day that you couldn't sell them, and maybe they weren't ready. And yet here's a pattern of taking too much responsibility.
Yes. Yep.
And
I've been definitely deeply trained to take 100% responsibility for
you're a nurse. What are you thinking? Of course, little caregiver. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to like just cut yourself a freaking break. So revisit it, understanding that everything's perfect. And you don't know, love, if you might have said something and 3 months later they wake up and go, boom, I get it now. Right? So just because you didn't sell them didn't mean you didn't contribute to them.
Yeah.
But there's a little, so this is the disguised harshness. This is a disguised mindfuck showing up as altruism. Oh, I could have helped them. I'm sad. Well, you're still the victim. I mean, you're still the bad guy here, right?
Yeah.
So see how sneaky this stuff is? It's so freaking sneaky. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I'm the bad guy, or that they're the bad guy?
Well, no, but you make yourself bad. First it was, I suck. Then it was, I'm so sad. I could have helped them. See what I mean?
So that's the BS. It's still just that part of me that's like, yeah, I suck. That's the critic. That's what you're saying.
Okay, so let me just figure something out here. This is complete. Okay, it's processing. Yeah. Okay, how many days? 4 days. Okay, so add 4 more days, because we have different time zones, so I don't know when that would be. So just like Saturday, Sunday. So imagine you're standing in a day. Let's make it Sunday. We'll stand in Sunday. So look at your calendar. It's Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May over here. Cinco de Mayo. So you're standing there, and from that place, then you reflect on those sales and those conversations with compassion, and what happens.
Yeah, I'm totally at peace.
Boom. Okay. So what I just did, you must have been like, what? She time traveled her. So what happens is sometimes we get a shift, but it takes a few days to integrate. So I was told basically in 4 days, then it will be complete. And you know, it's the difference. Like right now, Leslie's like, but Sunday, So that just shows you that your body can process it. And by Sunday, it will be wiped out.
Great.
So here's to Sunday, Cinco de Mayo. So now when you think about having success, big ticket sales, more conversations, just kind of what's landing for you?
What came to me was like so much more to heal about the self-responsibility thing.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. But does it feel like is this gone, this like horrible slicing heart thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That feels much better.
Does it feel like there's more possibility now? Because before, mom's voice was in the mix. So does it? How does that feel?
Yes. Feels like definitely more possibility
now. Nice. Okay. So scan your body and let me know how it feels.
Yeah. It feels great. And it's just the like impatience of like, I want to have it.
Well, that's you. I don't know if we're going to take that away, because you're that girl. You're that like. All right. So I feel like we wrap this up. So my whole thing is, do you now feel clear enough to make those sales? And when you have the conversations that don't end in a sale, and that might be another issue, but do you understand you don't have to beat yourself up? You're not responsible for them.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really big, really big. Wow. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Do you want to say anything before we wrap up?
No, just thank you very much for who you are and what you do.
Well, it's delightful to see you. And so just thanks for watching. And I would love to hear from you. Like this one was loaded with so many teaching points, so many different layers of things. So what do you resonate with, right? What came up for you? What's been really cool, Leslie, is I don't know if you heard that, like when people watch these, then they email me and go, oh my God, when she did her work, I had the same issue and I got a breakthrough too. So you're helping people see their stuff and release their stuff. So thank you for showing up. Thank you all for watching. And I have spaces to do more of these. So if you are interested, just apply, message me. Peace and blessings. Bye now. Take care.